when I pull this thing. All you bitches best to know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you at the dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you.
Sober life.
relax and take.
You hear about that alarm thing that's gonna go off, right?
No.
Okay, let me send you that little link.
This massive emergency alert test will sound alarms on U.S. cell phones, TVs, and radios in October. October surprise anybody? Every TV, radio, and cell phone in the United States should blare out a distinctive, jarring electronic warning tone of an emergency alert accompanied by a notice along these lines. This is a nationwide test of the emergency alert system issued by the Federal Emergency FEMA. Is that right? Covering the United States from 220 to 250.
For 30 minutes? Is it going to be blaring for 30 minutes straight?
This is only a test. No actions required by the public. So they're going to blare out an emergency broadcast test telling people it's just a test, nothing to be alarmed about. Wow, this is all me spitballing full 10 full kufi on. Let's just say you out in fucking Whole Foods and you getting your bone broth and your phone goes off at 2:20 p.m. on October the 4th, guys. That goes off, you look at it and go, oh, okay, it says this is only a test. Meanwhile, somewhere else in the United States, a real world of fucking event is happening. But because you're getting this is only a test, you disregard it until it's too late. Sounds real fucking familiar. It sounds like that war game scenario that we watched. But what's happening that day in September? Florad and all those people was running drills of the very thing that happened that day. What are the odds that they're running drills about a potential plane hitting a building in America? And that very fucking scenario happens in real time that day during supposedly those drills. Bro, it makes my fucking head itch. At 2:20 p.m., emergency broadcast system test. Everybody's going to disregard that shit while potentially some real world event actually fucking goes down on October 4th. Suspending the fucking elections, guys. Where we at? What's the timestamp? We 45 minutes into the show. I'm gonna go back and clip that shit. I'm running that shit. And if that shit happened, y'all remember who told y'all.
This niggas need to relax and take note.
No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Cannon Speaks. I am CannonHotep. Give yourselves a round of applause because you could be anywhere right now, but you're hanging out with me, and I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Man, oh man, oh man. Boy, was I off. Boy, was I off on this whole emergency broadcast, right? But the thing about it is, was I really off though? I don't know. Because apparently Russia did their emergency test this morning, which I was like, huh. So Russia did one and then we do it? Like, what the hell is that about? You know, and then you got everybody talking about, oh, we're about to be in a hot war with Russia. We're about to be in this hot war with Russia. That's the word, it's the phrase that pays, guys. A hot war with Russia. I don't know what's gonna happen with that shit, bro. I don't know what's gonna. I hope we not no fucking hot war with Russia or China or any of them. I hope they don't come together to. Fuego said it's still some October 4th left. I'm just saying. I hope that. I hope we ain't got no fucking fight with them. I'm saying, like I said, guys, I might be prepared. God damn it, but I don't want no smoke. I might be prepared, but I don't want no smoke out this bitch. Like I said, I don't want to be out the fucking window shooting in the Red Dawn scenario, hoping my wife can keep the goddamn steering wheel straight out this bitch. I'll tell you that much. Let me see something. How many of y'all niggas were scared though? How many of y'all was scared though? Who was scared? Who had gauze in their ears? Who had air protection on? Who thought that their brain was gonna get taken over and y'all was gonna be out this bitch fighting like in the Kingsman? See, I had a lot of people talking about, yo, turn the phone. You gotta turn your phone off. I'm like, yo, I don't think we're gonna have that type of situation. I'm worried about them having emergency broadcast and then like some fucking missile hits a fucking cruise ship somewhere in the middle of the fucking ocean or something like that. That's what I was worried about. You know what I mean? That is what I was worried about. Lo and behold, nothing happened. Hopefully nothing ever happens. But, you know, who knows? You still got October 11th. We still got something going supposed to happen on, November the 23rd. I just hope not. I hope not. I hope I don't have to let freedom ring. But anyway, hey, yo, Donnie T, they still trying to get my man Donnie T. They done put a gag order on him, yo. They done put a gag order on my man Donnie T. So we gonna do this. We gonna send Donnie T some motivation. We gonna send Donnie T some motivation, guys. Let's get it. Where we going? We going here with it. Boom. Shout out to Lecrae. We gonna let Donnie T know that we got him. We behind you, Donnie T. We behind you. Let's get it.
Dom DeMarco.
Holy Father, God in heaven, show your power, let it come for your kingdom and your honor, through your spirits and your son. Spread the up out, spread the up out, spread the up out.
One in the chat for Donnie T.
Spread the up out, spread the up out, spread the up out.
Oh, I think they hate me. My babe T. Ain't no pardons in the garden if you snake me. You can't break me. Tryna chase me. When it's rocky, I move ASAP, you can't break me. I'm fine, I got my feet up. I ain't never scared, gon' put my heat up. I was outside and try no rip. When my ops at, God gon' eat up. Ain't nothing free us. Lock my family up. My mama told the judge he ain't no killer. It's all good, cause on that prison, he already preaching about the healer. Spread the ops out, now the cops out. Facing death, you wanna plea, but you can't cop out. Now you locked out. I promise my God coming back when he do us a problem. Got his attention, but you don't want tension. You don't want the smoke. It's too late. You done got it.
Holy Father, God in heaven, show your power.
They doing Donnie T real dirty with the gag order, man. They trying to get him out the paint, but he said, fuck that.
You tryna break up the business, ruin my witness, spreading your lies and opinions. You don't deserve my attention, you's a pretender. We were so used to the code that my mama gave birth to a winner. Put all the ops on alert that we out in the trenches, and demons do not get forgiveness. Pray for repentance for all my family that's sinning. I ain't the truth, I'm a witness. I got some blood on my hands and some dirt on my fingers. You know that I gotta go get it, I gotta go get it. Lord help me kill all my demons. I look in the mirror, I seen them. I had to be in my forced to get an abortion. I pray when I die I can meet them. They want me cheating, telling me open my DMs. Eat all this fruit that I'm seeing. I got some people in prison, I need to go see them. And work for the Lord, I would be them. Yeah, I know they won't catch me lacking. See me off in traffic, yeah, I'm packing. Got that apostolic budget. About that action, keep them 223s, but Jesus my assassin. If you asking, I'm still 116 until I'm in the casket. I see my ops trying to pop out. They wanna pull every stop out. Wait till my guy spin the block and he let off the shots. He gon' air the whole spot out.
Holy Father, God in heaven, show your power.
See, they don't know Jesus hung with the murderers and the thieves. What it say? What it say in the Lord's Prayer? My rod and my staff, they comfort me. Man, yo, they coming after Donnie T, broski. They coming after your boy Donnie T. Oh my goodness gracious. Anyway, so let's get straight to it, guys. Let's get straight to it. So, apparently, Sexy Red then came out in support of Donnie T. Everybody like, oh, she's endorsing him. I ain't saying she endorsing him. She just saying that she like, yo, we was getting money under Trump. We need Trump. All right, so check this out. The Cray look like Scottie Pippen. He do like Scottie Pippen a little bit.
In the hood or no?
Yeah, they support him in the hood. Cause at first I don't think people was fucking with him like they thought he was racist, saying little shit and you know against women. But once he started getting black people out of jail and giving people their free money, oh baby, we love Trump. We need him back in office.
Yeah, that, a little bit of free money goes a long way.
We need him back. Cause baby, them checks. Oh yes, them stimulus checks, Trump, we miss you.
That's like Whoa Vicky. She's always talking about Trump. You see her ever?
I like Trump. No, I ain't never seen Whoa Vicky.
She's funny.
I love Trump though. He funny to me. Like I used to watch his not interviews, like him talking to people. He used to be calling people fat.
Yeah.
He just bold.
Wow.
He funny. Like we need people like him.
Well,
hey, I can't disagree with her. I can't argue with her.
Don DeMarco.
Give Sexy Red to Don DeMarco for a minute. I can't argue with that, right? I can't argue with that. You need somebody real like Donnie T, right? Now, I've been saying this before. I've said this a few times, yo. I be having my ear to the streets. Hood love Donnie T, yo. The hood like, yo, bring him back. We was getting money under Trump. We was getting that money under Trump. We was getting that bread. They like, hey, Joe Nicholslick got us out here busted. Right? You got people that be like, yo, I don't care what he said, yo. We was getting that money. He can say all the bullshit he want. Yo, I was getting that money. You know what I mean? A lot of people, you know, when I like, yo, he ain't say what they say he said, or they misrepresented him in the news and shit like that. Once I showed them that, like, oh shit, yo, bring my man Donnie T back. The hood liked Donald Trump. The hood loved Donald Trump, despite what Snoop be saying and all them niggas. Motherfuckers that's really in the streets, out here grinding and hustling. They say, yo, who's getting money under Trump? Getting money under Trump. Then you got people like this, right? So this, let me make this bigger. Oh man, go back. There you go. Dudes like this. What's his name? I don't know. Cloud Tech Big Unk. Whoever the fuck this dummy is. Sexy Red don't even know Trump First Step Act is the retroactive bill originally created under Obama called the 100-to-1 rule. And half of black-owned businesses closed under Trump. Ski-wee, yeah, my kids won't ever listen to rap, straight K-pop. This nigga right here. It's funny how they try to take, you know, the wins of Donnie T and attribute them to like Obama or Nicholslick, right? Right? The 100-to-1 rule. Never heard of it. Never fucking heard of it. Never heard of it. Then on black-owned businesses closed under Trump. Nah, black-owned businesses ain't closed under Trump. Trump gave more black-owned businesses, period, opportunities. More businesses were opened under Trump than any other administration. Until that Cove base came along and started wiping motherfuckers out. And what I mean by wiping motherfuckers out, I mean the government forcing people to close shop. And people ultimately losing their businesses because Big Daddy government came through and said they couldn't operate. You know what I mean? Yeah. Montoya said the opportunity zones, yep. I think there's some opportunity. I think some shit, some stuff with the opportunity zones could have been, worked out a little more smoother. But yeah, opportunity zones. He funded HBCUs for 10 years, giving them a office in the White House. Meanwhile, the motherfucker they capping for, Joe Nichols Slick, what did he do? Take $43 billion away from HBCUs? I mean, what's up, Sauce? I'm just saying. But Donnie, man, listen. The hood love Donnie T. She right. Now look, I don't like her music. The shit's stupid. I don't know how she famous. I really don't. Like, every time I hear some dumbass music like that, I swear I think it's a op, yo. I swear I think it's a op. I'm like, yo, how the fuck, like, the CIA gotta be behind this shit. The government gotta be behind this stupid ass music. Right? What's that song by Lupe Fiasco? Dumb It Down. That's what they got music. They just dumbing down the music, yo, to dumb down our kids. Now, she probably said something that was out of pocket by saying that she liked Trump, the hood love Trump. I'm sure she'll come back and recant that shit probably. I don't know. Right? I don't know. What's that, Montoya? My family has a nonprofit in Sacramento because of the opportunity. That's what's up. Shit, that's what's up. That's awesome. But, now I wouldn't be out here championing Sexy Red. I wouldn't be out here championing her. I wouldn't be out here trying to bring her under the conservative wing. You know how they do when they get somebody in the street that like Trump. They automatically start trying to like bring them under their wing and they start trying to claim them until they do some shit. They're like, oh my God, like when Wayne came out and supported Trump, when Kodak came out and supported Trump, like they immediately start trying to like, oh look, we got some street cred now. No, you don't have street cred now. The RNC don't have no street cred. The GOP don't got no fucking street cred. Trump do. You heard what she said. She like how real he is. She like at his rallies, he be calling motherfuckers out. That's right. Tavistock created the Beatles. And then we went from I want to hold your hand is offensive to wet ass pussy. Played on the radio. He ain't lying about that. Come to find out with your boy Russell Brand. Russell Brand. Who dropped Russell Brand? What management company dropped Russell Brand? The Tavistock. Tavistock, the management company dropped Russell Brand. That's all right, Montoya. You look good for your age too, Montoya. But like, I don't know how you old, But yeah, like who didn't though? Who didn't? Everybody liked Trump. Everybody wanted to be like Trump. Everybody wanted to be like Trump. Everybody wanted to take a picture with him, hang out with him. The minute he came down that escalator, all that shit changed. Anybody that tried to work with him, right? How many times you heard black people like, we need a seat at the table. We need a seat at the table. We need a seat at the table. Right? And then every time you try to give a motherfucker a seat at the table, what they do? Chastise him and shame him away from Donnie T. Remember when Donnie T was trying to talk to Ray Lewis? Donnie T was trying to talk to Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey did a 180 on him. Kanye went and talked to him. They turn on everybody. Ice-T went and talked to him. Ice Cube went and talked to him. Everybody started turning on him. Now you got all this crazy shit. Now you got him in civil court where the judge is trying to single-handedly, or whatever her name is, Letitia, trying to single-handedly, your property ain't worth that much. 20 acres of waterfront developed property in Florida ain't worth that much. That what you telling me? It ain't worth over 200 million. Get out of my face. Mar-a-Lago ain't worth around 200 million plus. That shit don't make sense to me. But Trump went to court the other day. He came out firing. He came out swinging on everybody. as expected. You know how Donnie T do. He ain't gonna let you just sit here and fucking. He not gonna just sit here and fucking take it. He's like, no, he gonna fire back out. He gonna fire back out. So now what they do? This is what they do. Knox said he need them same estimators to come by his house. That's funny. Trump campaign blast DOJ gag order during New York fraud trial. Let's see what this is.
Every time, if I weren't leading in all the polls, or if I weren't running, I wouldn't have any of these cases. I wouldn't be seeing you this morning. But I'll be seeing a lot of you, because this is a horrible thing that's happening to our country, and we've got to get it straightened away. So we'll go in and see our rogue judge, and we'll listen to this man. And I think most people get it. People are getting it. I can tell you the voters getting it, because every time they give me a fake indictment, I go up in the polls, and that's never happened before. But this is a disgrace, and you ought to go after this attorney general, because she's turning off everybody from coming in. You know, I don't know if you take a look at the outflow of business. Businesses are
fair use, fair use. YouTube, I'm just reading the news. Horrible attorney generals and judges like we have. They go to. Let me see if this buys me some time. YouTube, the views and opinions expressed in this video are solely that of Donald J. Trump and not the views of CannonHotep, Hotep Nation, or YouTube. Viewer discretion is advised. Other places where they can be treated fairly and with respect. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Hear from the. He's right though, right? In my opinion, the Trump campaign sent a fundraising email blast Wednesday criticizing the Department of Justice for its request to place a gag order on former President Trump, a separate attempt to bar him from intimidating witnesses and those overseeing the case. A judge in New York placed on all parties the day earlier. Trump campaign has embarked on a coordinated effort to counter-program his legal problems while he sits in a New York courtroom this week in a fraud trial involving the illegal inflation of the value of some of his most famed properties, part of a sprawling business empire that helped catapult him to fame and ultimately to the White House in 2016. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Can't they just send like an appraiser out there, bitch, to see if he, if his property's actually worth that or not? Funny part is his property's probably worth double now in this fucking market. We were talking about this the other day. My house right here, my house that I think that maybe 315, maybe. I'm getting calls for like 420 grand. We looked on Redfin. Redfin was trying to give me 363, saying it was 363,000. I'm getting calls for offering 420 grand for my house. So you tell me that Mar-a-Lago ain't worth over $200 million right now as we speak, right? Like, that's the thing. They throwing all the Hail Marys. They throwing all the Hail Marys at Donnie T. Now he got a gag order. He can't get out here and talk his shit on social media. Like, yo, they railroading me. They dragging me through the mud. This is what they saying. What's the gag order for? It's a civil suit. What the fuck is the gag order for? It's not criminal. You're trying to get $250 million out of Donnie T for this civil suit. Again, like I said, guys, he's too powerful. He's too powerful. And they know it. And they're scared of that. They're scared of that. They don't know what to do with him. Excuse me. They don't know what to do with Donnie T. They're afraid. So they're pulling out all the stops. They trying to keep him tied up in so much litigation and keep him in so many court proceedings that he can't run a legitimate race. So I said, the real estate On Mar-a-Lago, closer to 400 mil. LOL. They really yeah, they really is holding Donnie. Any way they can, bro. You right. Tyler says banks are praised before lending. Why are they pretending that the banks were not paid back with interest? This is complete and utter horseshit. Bruh, that's what I'm saying. It's all bullshit. The courts know that. The judges know that. The prosecutors know that. They know that. They know that he's going to win every case. Unless they can cheat it somehow. They know he's going to win every case unless they can cheat it somehow. The problem is, or the goal is not to get them locked up. If they can, they will. But the goal is not to get him locked up, but to distract him, to keep him from running a proper race for 2024. Thing is that they're fucking up. They're doing a Streisand effect. They're doing a Streisand effect. You pushing more supporters his way. That's what you're doing. And they don't even understand that. They don't even understand that. He also has resources they don't understand because it's chess. That's facts. That's facts. The funny part is he don't need to go to Senate debates to win. He's already handily in the lead. Right? He don't need to go to the debates. He can do his own thing off to the side and just take all the shine from the debates. People gonna want to know what the fuck he doing over what Vivek is doing, or what fucking Chris Christie's doing, or what DeSantis is doing. They don't give a shit about any of the people up on that stage. They want to know what Donnie T up to. Good, bad, or indifferent. Even the haters want to know what the fuck Donnie T up to. Right? Then you got, what's her name? Letitia what? Letitia James. Out here playing victim. She out here playing victim, guys. Check this shit out.
Trump's comments were offensive. They were baseless. They were void of any facts and or any evidence. What they were comments that unfortunately fomented violence, comments that I would describe as race baiting, and comments, unfortunately, that appeals to the bottom of our humanity. This case was brought simply because it was a case where individuals have engaged in a pattern and practice of fraud. And I will not sit idly by and allow anyone to subvert the law. And lastly, I will not be bullied. So Mr. Trump is no longer here. The Donald Trump show is over. This was nothing more than a political stunt.
No, the shit that you guys are doing is a fucking political stunt, because this is a political witch hunt. You hear trying to play victim here? Y'all hear this chick trying to play victim? This was nothing but a political stunt. No, it's not. If he didn't have to be in court, he wouldn't fucking be in court. Put a camera in his face, I'm snitching too. Up there trying to look her nose up. Oh, he's being a bully. No, he's not. You're being the fucking bully. He just punching the bully in the mouth. That's what he doing. So now, because you guys don't want him speaking on what's happening in court, you give him a gag order so y'all can sit here and fucking suffocate him silently. Tyler said, I've never been a Trump guy, but I try to judge a man on the quality of his enemies. Trump has the right enemies. Right now, he's my best option. He is. He's everybody's best option. He's everybody's best option. Knox says that's why he won the debate even when he didn't show up. Exactly. Saw says Trump going to win and give the public that real Tesla tech. Montoya says she's accused of the same thing. Avoid any facts or any evidence and baseless. Yeah, exactly. 1000%. Mar-a-Lago's only worth $20 million. Well, how do you figure that? I don't know. I'm just, that's just what I think. That's what the fuck it is with them. We all need Trump's economy to come back. Exactly. Confession through projection. What up, Unc? Did they catch the boy from Morgan State? We gonna get to that. I don't think the last I read, they ain't catch nobody. I'll give my 2 cents on that. I was waiting. That's why I was waiting to talk about that. You know what I mean? But they railroading Donnie T. I know he got the resolve, but I hope he got the resources to keep pushing, man, until we get to election day. Let me see. They ain't catch nobody, They ain't catch nobody. Nothing. There's been nothing else updated since that. So we got 4 people. I think they said it was 4 people were injured. Yeah, 4 people injured. No life-threatening injuries. Hold on, let's do this. Where is it at? Let's do this. Anyway, while you waiting, if you new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon. What's this? Here we go.
Look who saves.
All these damn commercials. As soon as this commercial up, we'll go over it. Here we go.
I remember when they went through an active shooter thing when he was in middle school. And I did the same thing. Left work, went straight there and be right there from the time they released them and just stayed there the whole entire time. So I'm doing that all over again, except with a different child.
You have experienced 2 active shooting situations at schools that your child has attended.
Yes.
She's so proud.
We have continuing coverage on the Morgan State University mass shooting. Here's what we know so far. 5 people were shot around 9 o'clock last night. 4 of those victims were Morgan State students.
Police say the gunfire started during a dispute between 2 groups of people, and the victims were likely not the intended targets. So far, no one has been arrested for the shooting. Classes were canceled for today and the rest of the week. Well, that shooting marks the 3rd year in a row violence has occurred on Morgan State University's campus during homecoming celebrations.
Alexa Ashwell continues our team coverage with the action one law enforcement expert believes the university should take. Alexa.
Yes, Kai Mary, just within the past hour, Morgan State University.
Now, I want y'all to know this. Morgan has their own police department. I'm not talking about campus security. They have a whole police department with guns and shit. Just like Coppin State, just like the University of Maryland, they got police officers with full police rights. Right? So let's hear what she said.
Issuing a statement saying for the first time in the university's history, all activities planned around homecoming will either be canceled or postponed until those responsible for the shooting have been taken into custody. Classes, as you mentioned, also canceled for the remainder of the week as this violence yet again impacts the university. Classes at Morgan State University today canceled after investigators say a dispute between 2 groups on campus ended in gunfire and with 5 innocent people shot. 4 of those victims, students.
So I'm gonna translate that for you guys. It's homecoming. They were at the coronation for Mr. and Mrs. Morgan or whatever the fuck that is. Some niggas had a nigga moment and did some nigga shit. And here we are. That's what happened. This wasn't the white boy in fucking higher learning sitting in top of the fucking bell tower just trying to pick people off. This was some reckless nigga shit that happened at Morgan. And because these niggas don't go to the range and they don't shoot, they don't practice, they just fire, they fire like, you see how they be doing. They be up here firing like this and shit. Not even aiming. Just fucking, just like they scared of the fucking gun. And people got hit, unfortunately. And it's sad. I'm not trying to cap for it. I'm not trying to make light of it and say, oh, this is nothing. Because, you know, it is something that's annoying. It's the whole reason, Unc, if you still in the chat, Unc, it's the whole reason when you used to see me in them videos and I got that fucking vest on me, is because I needed that vest on me. In some of the neighborhoods, especially around Morgan, when I would go and check out sites and stuff like that. Like that shit wasn't for no dramatic fucking it wasn't for no dramatic effect. I needed that fucking vest on, especially if I was in that area. Right? Just like Temple, Morgan is in the hood. Just like Temple, Coppin State here in Baltimore, in the hood. Shit, the University of Maryland Medical Center, all that shit in the hood. But see, they it's funny because they're using the term active shooter. We had an active shooter. Every fucking shooting is a fucking active shooting. But we had an active shooter on campus. It's always a fucking active shooter on somebody's campus here. Always. But it's funny how they want to highlight the active shooter shit now that Westmore's can't carry anywhere law just got fucking got an injunction imposed on it. So for people who don't know, Westmore, the governor here that everybody thinks is the next Obama. They think he the next Obama. Passed a law called the Can't Carry Anywhere bill. Well, it's not called the Can't Carry Anywhere, but that's what we call it. It's because it don't matter where the fuck you go. If you go to Walmart or Applebee's or movies or whatever, they try to make it illegal so you can't carry your gun anywhere. And if you get caught, they want to try to levy 10 years on you. 10 years, federal. Mind you, if you got a permit to carry in Baltimore, you got that permit to, in Maryland, period, you got that permit to carry from the state police. It ain't like Florida or Virginia where you got to go to the Department of Agriculture to get your carry permit. In Baltimore or in Maryland, you got to go through the state police. You got to take 16-hour class. After you do that, you got to get fingerprinted and all this shit. And then you got to have an interview with the state police like you applying for the state police. You got to fill out all this fucking paperwork. The police do a full and thorough investigation. They call family members and all that shit. And if they deem you worthy, they say, all right, you cool. We vetted you. He don't seem like he nuts. Here's your carry permit for Maryland. But that's not enough for Westmore. These niggas can't be in charge of taking care of themselves. Let's make sure they can't carry nowhere but home and in their car. So I was kind of finding it odd that now all of a sudden you got another shooting, unfortunately, that happened on a HBCU campus here in Baltimore. This ain't the first fucking shooting that happened at Morgan. It's not. This might be the first one that went national. But this ain't the first shooting that happened at Morgan. But because we got that fucking law that just got fucking shot down, that the Firearms Policy Coalition just handed Westmore and them their ass. They got an injunction right now, and it's blocking that bill that's supposed to take place on the 8th, by the way. All of a sudden you got this shit. Oh, it was an active shooter at Morgan. But then when you list, because right now this is a local news. This is a local news station right here in Baltimore. This is Fox 45 Baltimore. Now would you hear what they say? You didn't hear that shit at CNN, did you? Oh, two groups of people were having an altercation. That's like two gangs to me, right? That mean that people was up there. They was at the coronation. I'm sure it was some party that was about to happen after the fact because it's a HBCU. And two groups was up there. Two opposing forces was up there and saw each other and started fucking having a goddamn gunfight in the middle of everybody else. Some nigga shit. That's what happened. That's why I wanted to wait for like everything else to come out. Because I just wanted to have it all together. But yeah, no, and they're not going to catch who did it. They're not going to catch who did it. And my people that's from Baltimore or been in Baltimore or know what the fuck I'm talking about. They won't catch them. They ain't gonna catch nobody. If them niggas wasn't caught on camera or something like that, fleeing the scene, they in the win. They in the win. I don't even think they caught the people that was in Brooklyn Park that did the shooting at the Brooklyn Day. That's true too, Jonah. Street justice might have got him, but I don't know. But now these kids, they're not gonna have a homecoming. All the events, is the game canceled? Is the game canceled? I mean, because shooting could break out at the game. And I've been to Morgan games. I've been to Morgan games strapped. You know why? Because they do a poor job of checking you when you go in. It's the truth.
We received a call at approximately 9:27, I believe, and the first alert went out at 9:30.
Unfortunately, it's a type of call police have received before. In fact, this is the third year in a row MSU has experienced a campus shooting during homecoming celebrations. Last homecoming, a 20-year-old man who was not a student was shot outside the student center.
This homecoming, we're supposed to have a good time.
And in 2021, an 18-year-old student was also shot on campus during homecoming weekend. Last night, history repeating itself. University President Dr. David Wilson saying he would be holding an emergency executive team meeting to determine how homecoming plans may be impacted.
And we will be assessing what will happen for the rest of the homecoming week.
The president and MSU police chief further questioned on safety, saying the university had a security plan in place for homecoming.
So we've taken extraordinary measures to bring additional security resources to campus. Unfortunately, individuals respond to campus and act poorly. So even though we take extraordinary measures to increase policing, increase our camera coverage, increase different technologies that we have deployed across campus, oftentimes you can't stop a bad actor from doing bad acts.
The measures, not enough. MSU sits in the northeastern part of Baltimore City. The entire district seen at least 4 homicides and 16 shootings over the past few months. Law enforcement expert Tyrone Powers suggests beefing up officer visibility on campus and better coordination with BPD.
Like I said, Unc with the $20 super chat. Oh shit! Appreciate it, Unc. He said, "LOL, if I'm at Morgan, you better get low. Homecoming weekend." That's every year, Unc. That's every year. Hell, when I remember I was being recruited by Morgan. I was being recruited by Morgan back in like 2002, right? I graduated 2003. I was being recruited by Morgan in my junior year, right? So we got to come to a homecoming game. Niggas are shooting in. They don't just stop at the campus. They don't just stop at campus. Any off-campus parties, you better believe it might get spicy. It might get spicy. Let me see something here. See if I can't pull up the area of Morgan. see. How you do street? Oh, there you go. It was at Murphy Fine Arts. Where is that at? That's hold up. Here we go. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Boom. Let's go to the bigger one. Hold on. All right, so this is the Murphy Fine Arts building right here, right? This is where everybody was having the coronation at for Mr. and Mrs. Morgan, right? These are the dorm rooms that you saw the bullet holes in the dorm rooms, right? This is the dorm rooms right here. Like they building some more back then. Let's go this way. I think this is the way out. Make sure. That's pretty well. Let me see. Yeah, because Murphy Fine Arts is on the right. Do this. All right, so let me see. All right, here we go. All right. This is Hillen Road. This is the main road for Morgan. You just go down the street a little ways. Boom. Down the street a little ways. You in the hood. Right? There go the houses right there. You got some public housing over there. You got some housing for students. But all in all, this is the fucking hood, yo. This is all the hood. Like Morgan, I mean, it's supposed to be safe in this area where Morgan is, but no, it's not. It's not. It's the fucking hood. Period. Morgan's surrounded by the hood like Temple. Just like Temple. Shit's nuts to me. But it happens all the time. It happens all the time. It ain't just Morgan. Like I said, copping. I've been to copping parties when niggas start shooting. Hell, I've been to University of Maryland Eastern Shore parties when niggas start shooting. It's nothing new, unfortunately. But the fact that this made national news, I don't know if it's by design, Montoya. I mean, Morgan been there for a while. I'm sure at one point them neighborhoods weren't bad. You know, just a bad element just moves in. You know what I mean? Tyler said hoods around here have goats, chickens, trailers, and meth heads. But I mean, it's just what it is, right? And this happens all the time. It isn't just at homecoming. It happens all the time here. All of the time. It's always local news. It's never national news. But now all of a sudden this, you know, the same type of MO. Two groups of kids get into a fucking fight and they start shooting. Just like it happens all the goddamn time. Now all of a sudden it's national news. Now why is it national news? And like I said, it's because I guarantee it because Westmore, they just put the injunction on his on the can't carry anywhere law, what, a few days prior to this. Jimmy Dawes had sent it to me like, yo, we, you know, check this shit out, right? He sent it out to me before I could read about it. Next thing you know, boom, here we go. Morgan has a fucking shooting up there like they always do during homecoming. Now it's getting national attention. Oh my God, it's the worst thing ever. You know, unfortunately, some kids got shot. You know, and I'm not saying it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying it's made national news right when the can't carry anywhere law got struck down. Now, what I will say is that shit's probably by design. Can't let a good crisis go to waste, right? That's why I don't go nowhere no more. That's why I don't go nowhere no more. I don't be in the streets like that. Cause you know, like I never went to Morgan or whatever, but you know, alumni or not, everybody like to go to the homecoming parties and the homecoming game and all this other shit. You know. Sorry. I ain't even go to my high school reunion a couple of weeks ago. Cause I just ain't feel like it. I ain't feel like dealing with the nonsense. Yeah, national news do push the agenda nowadays. Yeah, even Towson. And Towson's a nice area. Towson is a nice area. But that shit, even though Towson's a nice area, Towson butts right up to the hood too. He said, I was at a Towson party one time and motherfuckers was bucking like they was about to start shooting. Fuego with the $5 Rumble Rant. I appreciate you, sir. He says, let's get a Cannon and Unc collab stream one of these nights. Hey, I'm down for it, Unc. If y'all ain't never seen my interview on when I was on Unc channel, man, go to Unc channel, check it out. That was pretty fun. That's pretty fun. But like I said, I don't go nowhere no more. Like I don't go nowhere no more. My cousin, he went to Elizabeth City University down in North Carolina. That's where I was supposed to go. He went to Elizabeth City University down in North Carolina. And he goes back for like homecoming, you know, because he played football down there and he pledged down there and all that other stuff. And he be asking like, yo, come to homecoming with me. And I'd be like, nope. And when I was younger, I went. But now that I'm old, I'm like, yo, no, I'm good. I don't feel like no nonsense. Because guess what? Elizabeth City State University in North Carolina is in the hood. It's funny how all these HBCUs be in the hood. The only HBCU that I know that ain't really in the hood like that I know of is Bowie. Bowie State University here in Maryland is not in the hood. Bowie is a area that is well-to-do. If you live in Bowie, you doing pretty good for yourself. Your house probably about $500,000, $600,000, something like that. Like, you know, maybe not Prince. You know, Laurel. Laurel is a little ratchet, but Bowie's pretty fucking nice. Elizabeth City is the hood. Oh man. What'd you say, JR? What'd you say? You said Bowie was nice? You said Bowie was nice too? Oh man. He said, Saw said Bowie is nice, Columbia pretty nice, Ellicott City is cool when it don't flood. Yeah, the little, like, Ellicott City, it's a nice little town. It's a nice little town. Nice little eateries and stuff like that. I do like Ellicott City. But like I said, guys, this Morgan thing is not what they're trying to hype it up to be. This is just probably to help Westmore's can't carry anywhere law to get some more legs. That's it, because right now it's got an injunction against it. And usually when judges give out injunctions, it's because the plaintiff, in this case Firearms Policy Coalition, their case has legs and the state doesn't. So now we're hearing about an active shooter event at Morgan, when there's always a fucking active shooter event at Morgan every year. Every year. Oh, it's the third time. No, it's more. It's been more than fucking 3 times. And it's not, like I said, what's the boy from fucking Higher Learning? It ain't the white boy from Higher Learning sitting in the fucking bell tower. It's niggas from around the neighborhoods acting like niggas. Ruining it for everybody. I'm with you. We need to, you know what, Morgan? Break out the fucking German Shepherds. Get the hoses out. Get the rubber bullets out. Just start lighting motherfuckers up. Give your police permission to whoop ass. Y'all, they don't have security. Like, Morgan don't have campus security. They have police. Police. They have their own police department. Give them cops some. Let your cops off the leash. God damn it. Fuck them boys up that come up on that campus acting a fool. Nigga pull a gun, drop him. You want to stop that from happening? Do what my little brother's school did. He go to Shepherd University. That's what they did. They allow open carry on campus. They just did that shit last year. Now, granted, it's West Virginia, but it's in like a liberal part of West Virginia. But they allow open carry on campus. You want to send a message to the people in the neighborhood, them niggas in the neighborhood acting up, ruining the reputation of Morgan, and putting your students in danger? Them niggas need to know that Morgan State University Police Department is ruthless. Don't go fucking around up Morgan. They will beat the shit out of you. Go act stupid at Morgan if you want to. You ain't coming home. Get that type of reputation with your police up there. Look at the area you in. You need that type of reputation. Them boys be cowards. They up there just... You can tell they cowards because they ain't hitting nobody. They ain't hitting nobody they was shooting at. It hit everybody they wasn't trying to aim for. I'm dead serious. Morgan police should be like the bouncers at a nightclub. Just ready to whoop ass. Just ready to whoop ass at the sign of danger. Get them fucking ass batons out. And just start cracking heads. Nigga pull a gun on you with Joe Biden, say blow the lung out the back. Yeah, they do. There we go. Exactly. Morgan PD got to act like them 80s and 90s LA cops. Just beat a nigga for no reason. He looked at you funny, whoop his ass. That's the only. I'm sorry. Like, that's the only way some people listen, yo. That's the only way some people learn their lesson. Good old fashioned public embarrassment. Period. That story should have been like, a gang of kids was up there acting a fool. Got into an altercation, they broke out guns, and Morgan Police Department shot 4 niggas. Or whatever it was. Like, fuck that. We always talk about, oh, we need police up there to protect our kids. Okay, this campus has police to protect the kids. Give Morgan some more funding to fucking hire more police. And that fucking campus is his own little fucking island with their own rules. Anybody step on that island gets fucking dealt with. Anybody step on that island acting a fool, getting ready to endanger anybody on that island, gets dealt with extreme prejudice. Heavy on the prejudice, goddammit. I'm just saying. Am I wrong? I just want to know. What's up, HJ? HJ in the building. Oh my God. Hey, yo, if y'all want to come in here fucking shilling for your channel, goddammit. Fucking do it with a fucking super chat or rumble rant. God damn. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care about Jim Caviezel. That's all you gotta do. You want to come in here and show your channel? Send a fucking super chat, goddamn it. I should $10. $10 I shout your goddamn channel out. How about that? No, we got mods. We got there's no mod. Hold on. I'm about Fuego, ain't you a mod? What did he take the mods away? Hold on. I had mods in here, goddammit. Let's set some mods. Where is it at? Moderators. Who's my moderators? Protocol's a moderator. Sauce is a moderator. Jimmy Doss, Jay, Iron Man, Mashmish. Moderators. Fuego, you about to be a moderator. Give me a second. Let's do this. Copy and all right, Fuego, you're a moderator now. Who else? Montoya, you about to be a moderator too. DMW, you about to be a moderator too. Where's it at? Where'd it go? Oh, there it go. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. Oh shit, hold on. You over on Montoya, where you at? You over on YouTube right now, right? Hey Montoya, put your Rumble username in here for me. And I'll set you up. Jonah, I got you. Go back. God damn it. All right, Jonah, you're a moderator now too. Fuego, you're a moderator. You're a moderator, DMW. But yeah, I mean, this shit is crazy, yo. But that's what they're doing. They're trying to push that agenda. But I also told y'all that shit too. I told you they were gonna start using black on black crime as mass shooting metrics. I told you they was gonna start doing that shit too, and that's what they're doing right now. You got the ATF getting their ass handed to them in the courts. You got state and local laws getting their asses handed to them in the courts. Look at California. California, their magazine ban just got fucking lifted. I mean, like they're getting their asses handed to them. So now they're gonna make anything and everything look like a mass shooting. All right, got it, Montoya. They're going to keep doing it, guys. They're going to keep doing it. Because when I seen this story, I was like, Morgan had an active shooter. They didn't call it a mass shooting. They called it an active shooting. Every shooting's a fucking active shooting. But they were trying to pass it off like it was a mass shooting. And my first instinct was like, and it's sad that I made it my first instinct. But my first instinct was like, oh, some niggas was up there probably acting up. Sure enough, according to what I'm seeing right now, some niggas was acting up. They still ain't caught them. They not going to catch them unless they probably put some money on their head and maybe somebody turn them in. And if they turn them in, then we go and look at their rap sheet. It's going to be fucking pages long, and they probably should have been locked up a while ago. Just like the dude that I'm here in Baltimore. Jesus, here we go again. This is another reason for we need to get rid of gun control. Everybody heard about the tech CEO that lived here in Baltimore who got raped and murdered, right? One in the chat if you heard about that story. The tech CEO here in Baltimore that got raped and murdered. Let me know if y'all know that story. Knox said one. That shit is a crazy fucking story, yo. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. My man Reaction PR in the building with the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. He said, stand by for the gun epidemic health mandate. Shit, Shorty tried to call it a health issue in New Mexico, didn't she? Here we go. What the fuck just happened? Oh my gosh, come on. These commercials, yo. These commercials be killing me. Here we go. Golly mighty.
Being asked of Baltimore City Police about their investigation. Well, Jason Billingsley is in custody, but there have been a lot of questions being asked of Baltimore City Police about their investigation.
I think we made a mistake in this case. I think our detectives made the same decision we make every single time based on the facts and circumstances that we have.
Commissioner Rich Worley responding to questions about the police investigation, including when the public should have been told about 32-year-old Jason Billingsley.
We gave you all our word that we would not stop until we brought this individual in and that we...
First off, this is our mayor of Baltimore, Brandon Scott. This nigga need to get voted out immediately. When you talk about a mayor that just done nothing for the city but just try to be an activist, that's that nigga right here. He's done nothing but try to be just an activist. He's like impeded every step of the way. Baltimore's become worse and worse and worse. This shit is ridiculous. He's like 16. Right, he's my age. He's like 38 or 39 years old. And he does nothing for the city. And the sad part is that he's doing so bad that he might lose to a previous mayor who went down on RICO charges. That's how fucking bad he's doing. He's doing so bad that a previous mayor that we had, Sheila Dixon, who went down on RICO charges, may fucking beat him out. But I digress.
Every resource to make sure that we brought him in to keep our residents safe.
Jason Billingsley, now in central booking, facing first-degree murder and other charges in connection to 2 violent crimes, including the killing of 26-year-old Pavel Lepere, a co-founder and CEO of EcoMap Technologies. Police now say they believe she was murdered Friday. She was reported missing Monday, but her body, according to the court charging document, was found later that day on the roof of the Mount Vernon apartment building where she lived and had an...
You see how nice that apartment building is? You see how nice that apartment building is? In the fucking hood. Surrounded by the fucking hood.
Office.
We are still processing all evidence to determine exactly what occurred. We do know that there was no forced entry in the apartment building, as this was a secured building.
The medical examiner ruled her death a homicide by strangulation. The court charging document indicates there is security camera video showing Lepere in the lobby. An unknown male came to the door and waved to the victim. The victim opens the lobby door and began to talk to the unknown male. They get into an elevator together. Later, he leaves by a stairwell, scrambling to find an exit.
And you know why she probably let him in? I'm gonna tell you why she probably let him in. How many times you heard a story, right? How many times have you heard a story or you seen on fucking social media when some white lady tries to shut the door on a nigga because she don't recognize him from the building? I live here. Well, show me proof. I ain't gotta show you shit. I live here. She probably just let the nigga in because she was just like, oh, you might live here. To avoid the issue. Fear of being racist. There you go, Knox. Little did she know, she done let in a goddamn serial killer.
And he is seen wiping his right hand on his shorts before exiting. Law enforcement officers captured Billingsley late last night near a train station in Bowie, Prince George's County. Billingsley is also accused in the September 19th attempted murder, arson, and rape at an apartment on Edmondson Avenue in West Baltimore. There were 3 victims in that case, including a child. Police say Billingsley was working as a maintenance man and knew the victims he targeted. Police say they knew almost immediately that Billingsley was the suspect in the Edmondson Avenue incident. They were tracking him, but did not inform the public about him despite having a warrant out for his arrest for a week. The acting commissioner says police were trying to protect the victims in the September 19th incident.
Try to protect the victims, but you don't tell. Like in Unk's part of town, remember the fucking dude escaped from fucking prison? They told everybody that shit. Beware, we got an escaped convict on the loose. The Spider-Man his way out of the goddamn jail. There we go. So you got a dude, by the way, he was already serving time for another fucking violent crime. He sort of did 30 years. They let this nigga out because he was hooked on phonics or some shit like that, or he got an A in fucking wood shop or some shit like that. They let him out in 15 on quote unquote good behavior. Before he killed this lady, he set 2 more people on fire in their house after allegedly raping them. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. This is Democratic strongholds for you. We wanted to protect the people from the previous murder that he committed. From what? They're dead. The fuck are you talking about? You need to protect the rest of the fucking public. In a real, in my society, goddammit. H.A. was talking about how he, if he was a dictator or some shit. In my society, it'd have been like, I'd have put a fucking bolo out on him. Armed and dangerous. Shoot on sight. Armed and dangerous. Shoot on sight. That's what the fuck I'd have said. You want the public involvement? You want fucking Crime Stoppers? You want people to give you tips? All right, I give you a tip. I got a fucking 300 blackout tip for you right here. Fuego said my mom would have let the dude in. Exactly. That's exactly what it would have been. I'd had his picture plastered everywhere. What's the dude? What was the fucking? What was the sheriff that was talking big shit at everybody that was wanted? He said, "I'm right here, son. I'm not hard to find. Need him. We need him in Baltimore. That's who we need down this bitch." I forgot his name. That's how I would have been. I'd have been like Bolo on the alert. I'd have showed that nigga face. I'd be like, you see this man? Shoot to kill. Period. There been a bunch of fucking niggas out here like Bash Reeves out this bitch, dead or alive. Dead or alive. Dead ass. That's another thing. You think that would work, right? You think that would work in the modern society? If the federal government or the state government put a hit on a motherfucker, like you go to the post office and you see a fucking bounty at the post office on somebody's head. Tyrone shot 3 kids and 2 people or whatever. $50,000 reward, dead or alive. Bro, you think that shit would work in a civilized society right now? I think it'll make fucking criminals back the fuck up. Captain Higgins, thanks, Unc. Thanks, Unc. Captain Higgins. Y'all ain't never heard of Captain Higgins. Yo, Captain Higgins is the fucking man. Captain Higgins is the man. Where they do that shit at, Jordan? They still do that shit? Where they do that shit at? I'm dead ass serious. To be a bunch of wannabe dog the bounty hunters. Jay said, I got bills to pay. I'm dead fucking serious. Think about that. Would that shit really work in a civilized society? I want to know. One in the chat if you think that shit would work in a civilized society. Fucking everybody that got a gun is a bounty hunter, god damn it. Like, that's the shit, like, it's just crazy. Let's see what the fuck they keep saying.
Hindsight's always 20/20. If I would have known that he was going to go and kill someone, we would have put the flyer up. But we had no indication that he was committing random acts.
Billingsley is listed on the sex offender registry. Police say that he was compliant up until Monday. That is when he did not return and re-register, and now a warrant has been issued for that as well. Reporting live from downtown Baltimore, Barry Sims, WBAL TV 11 News.
And they don't tell you that his ass wasn't going to see his fucking parole officer, apparently. That should have been fucking red flag number 1. I'm telling you guys. We need law and order, goddammit. We need law and order. You know where this shit wouldn't have fucking stood at? I bet in them Italian neighborhoods back in the day, that shit wouldn't have stood. They had a motherfucker out here doing some shit like that. I bet they'd have dealt with that shit. I bet that shit ain't going down in the Arabs neighborhood. I bet that shit ain't going down in the Jewish people neighborhood. I bet they deal with that shit. I bet you they deal with that shit here in Baltimore. And people, like I said, people from Baltimore know, Sauce, you know, JR, you know. We got a street called Northern Parkway. That shit go from fucking Baltimore County all the way to East Baltimore. Actually, it'll take you all the way to Morgan. I think it ends at Morgan. Right? You get to the intersection of Northern Parkway and Park Heights. To the right, it looked like little fucking Haiti or Jamaica. Shit just looked terrible. It looked like you need police presence at all time here. You look to the left, it's a nice neighborhood. It's clean. It's manicured. You know why? Because the Jews, that's their neighborhood. And they ain't fucking around in that neighborhood. Go to that neighborhood if you want to with some bullshit. I ain't never heard of some shit happening on that side of town. On that side of the street. On the right side of the street, you hear about shit all the time in Park Heights. On that left side of the street, you don't never hear about nothing ever happening on that side of the street. Ever. They deal with their shit. I told you, at the kids' school, and Jabari know what I'm talking about too. At the kids' school, the elementary school, whatever school it is, the Jew school that they got right there off of Old Court, is a fucking guard shack, and it's a dude my fucking size with a plate carrier and a drop leg holster with a Glock in that bitch. With a clipboard, like you got an appointment? One of my friends, the police, and they were doing an event there. He stopped the police like, you got an appointment to be here? They don't play. But here in Baltimore City, Democratic stronghold. prosecutors all left leaning and all that shit. The mayor fucking left leaning. The nigga ain't grow that fro until after he became the mayor. They want to keep letting people like this dude out. They want to keep letting people like Billingsley out, giving him a chance. Like, he was already in jail for violent crime, and y'all gave him good behavior because what? Because what? He got a certificate in fucking something? He get out and repeat the cycle. And then you find out that he's starting to repeat his cycle, and then instead of warning the general public about him being on the loose so they could be aware, you fucking keep that shit quiet. For what? Why are you keeping that shit quiet? Cost a lady her life. If I was her family, I would sue the drawers off of Baltimore City. I would sue the drawers off of Baltimore City. You knew this nigga was on the loose. You knew he did some shit, and you didn't tell nobody. You ain't put his fucking face up for nothing. You do it for everything else. You ain't put his face up. Why? My next question is, did he come up on this lady by happenstance, or did somebody send him after her? This shit is nuts, yo. Shit is sad. She was 26. I don't know how old the other two was. Remember that shooting in Sacramento a few months back? That's when I first said they're going to start using black on black crime as active shooting metrics and numbers. That dude wasn't out 2 weeks before he did that shooting. And it wasn't even him doing a mass shooting. He was shooting at the ops, and he was missing, and he was hitting everybody else. I tell you guys, society is going to shit. And it's the Democratic stronghold, Joe. It's these left-leaning mayors and governors and prosecutors and all that other shit that's allowing this shit to happen. I think we get a new fucking police commissioner in Baltimore every year because the previous one fucking quit. This shit is crazy, bro. This shit is crazy. Prayers out to the victims and the families, man. I'd sue the shit out of the city. Period. All right, here's the last story of the night. And if you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon. I'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream, guys. Let people know we live. If you're catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism. Also ask that you please donate to the cause. $CannonHotep on Cash App. $CannonHotep on Cash App. Rumble rants, super chats, always welcome as well. I appreciate you guys. Anyway, so here we go. Kevin McCarthy removed as House Speaker in historic vote. Now, I remember when it was a fucking battle to get him to be the speaker, right? Like, nobody wanted him to be the speaker, or like, it was like, how was 16 holdouts or something like that? And they just wasn't voting for him, right? Because they thought he was going to be a rhino on everything. Were they right? Were they right in holding out to try to make him the speaker, to hold him accountable? What the fuck happened? So it says a handful of conservatives and all present House Democrats voted on a motion to vacate, to remove McCarthy from the top post. So let's see. Get out of here. The House of Representatives voted this afternoon to remove Speaker Kevin McCarthy from his position. The House voted 216 to 210. Wasn't that the shit that he was losing by? That's what he... Yo, wasn't that like the numbers he was losing by when he was trying to become the speaker? Oh my gosh. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. There we go. All right. Anyway, so yeah, like I was saying, 216 to 210. That's the numbers he kept losing by. Remember, it was like 15 rounds of voting, and every single time up until like the 15th round, he was losing 216 to 10. As funny as fuck that they voted him out 216 to 10 as well. That's interesting. It's the first time in U.S. history that a Speaker of the House has been voted out of office. Damn. McCarthy told House Republicans he will not run for Speaker again, clearing the way for a new leader. Earlier this afternoon, McCarthy's allies forced a vote to try to kill Republican Matt Gaetz' effort, but it failed, with nearly a dozen Republicans joining all House Democrats to keep the issue alive. The House plans to leave for a week and will hold a speaker election next Wednesday. So what was it that was the nail in the coffin? What was the nail in the coffin for McCarthy? Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me in the chat. What was the nail in the coffin? Was he being too much of a rhino? Was he too soft with the Democrats? Was he trying to work with them? What was their last straw? This spending bill? The Ukraine funding? Is that what it was? What was it? Was he trying to give him more money, or was he not trying to give more money? Was he trying to give Ukraine more money, or was he trying to like withhold funding for Ukraine? Trying to give him more money, huh? And he broke promises. Yeah, we can't afford to give Ukraine no more money. I told you that shit when I was talking about them coming to some kind of resolution for a few days. We can't afford that shit. If we give you, so for example, right? Let's just say they say that the American government needs $7 trillion to function, right? So let's say they give us the $7 trillion to function, which is still a lot of fucking money. I don't know why we need that much money to function, but whatever, right? I'm sure we can do with less than that. But, you know, Nancy Pelosi needs her fucking bridge and all these other, you know, Congress people, you know, they need their finder's fee for the lobbying companies they're lobbying for. All right. But let's just say $7 trillion, $8 trillion, whatever. How many more trillions of dollars would it have been, or is it, to keep trying to fund the Ukraine war? That's my question. Another $7 trillion. Would they try to increase the deficit by $14 trillion more dollars? Oh, you serious? You trying to omnibus that shit? See? He supposedly cut a deal with the Biden men to tie the money to the shutdown. See? If that's the case, that's a problem. And then what they'll do is they'll try to slip that shit into the bill, like the omnibus. They'll do like the omnibus, try to slip that shit in like here, you got 24 hours to read this 45,000 page bill and vote on it. And hide that bitch. What I say? Hide that bitch on page 666. Nah, you can't have motherfuckers like that as Speaker of the House. We already had one. That was Nancy Pelosi. We had Paul Ryan too. Can't have no more rhinos. You can't have no more fucking Democrats. You need to vote somebody that's going to be fucking legit conservative. Right? Now, I know some people got they scared that it's going to be Akeem Jeffries. Akeem the Dream. Akeem the Dream. Oh, my goodness gracious. But what they did the last time when they were trying to scare McCarthy into fucking straightening it up and flying right, you know what they did? A lot of the votes started going to Byron Donalds. Yeah, I heard that Jim Jordan want to be the speaker too. I got a feeling that they're going to try to give it to Byron Donalds. I got a feeling they're going to try and give speaker to Byron Donalds. It may be a vote between Jim Jordan, Akeem Jeffries, and Byron Donalds. Maybe they threw Matt Gaetz in there. Yeah, I seen that. I seen Trump declined it. At first he was like, I'll do whatever the American people need me to do. Trump like, nah, nigga, I'm going to be the president, goddammit. It's all or nothing for me, goddammit. I'm not taking no consolation prizes out this bitch. It's all or nothing. Oh, man. But, I mean, I saw this coming. Like, they didn't want McCarthy in the first place. They didn't want him in the first place. They thought they scared him enough to make him straighten up and fly right and to do right by the American people, I guess. You know what I mean? And he just couldn't hold up to it. He cowered down and he was ready to make deals with the devil. And they got him the fuck up out of there. And why they got the balls to do that? They need to impeach fucking Maxine Waters. Who else? They need to go ahead and just go through with the impeachment of Joe Biden. But they ain't gonna do that. I don't know. Maybe the next speaker might whip him into shape. They need to impeach a few people from Congress. Get Ilhan Omar ass up out of there. Alexander Ocasio-Cortez, make her destitute. Maybe HJ got a chance after that. But yeah, I saw that coming. I saw he wasn't going to make it, or I saw that they was going to vote his ass out the very next, session or whatever they call it. But damn, he wasn't joking around. They got his ass out of there. Now I hope they don't just get his ass out of there and then vote for somebody worse. Like I said, like Akeem Jeffries. That'd be a fucking kick in the nuts. We'll see how this shit plays out. But I'm gonna tell you guys all this shit, right? I'm gonna tell you all this. It's all a distraction. Everything it is. It's all a distraction. That's what I think. Everything that happened this week. this emergency shit. All the distraction. All this shit is a distraction. Like I said in my on my Twitter feed, there's a lot of chaos happening. Watch out for the order that comes from it. We covered most of it today. Kevin McCarthy ousted, the nationwide emergency alert test, Trump having a gag order, the U.S. averts the government shutdown. All the distraction, guys. I don't know what the fuck they distracting us from. I don't know. All I can keep telling you guys is to keep your head on the swivel. And watch out for the tail wagging the dog. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys tonight. I appreciate you hanging out with me. If you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon to let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream. Let people know we were live. If you're catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism, guys. Anyway. Till next time. Actually, shit, till tomorrow. Hotep's been told you. Hotep Thursday. Make sure you go over to Hotep TV and subscribe. Go to Hotep TV and subscribe. You'll see the Hotep's been told you podcast with HJ, Hotep Jesus, and Uncle Hotep. And right after that is the Hotep's been told you after party. So make sure you head over to Hotep TV on Rumble and give us a follow. Anyway, until next time, it's CannonHotep saying be safe, stay strapped, don't miss Rumble Donnie T Rumble. I'll let you know. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes.